Welcome back to Daytime Live. So it's summer, but COVID, it's still a keep, right? Reading is fun and also fundamental. So we decided to have writer, editor, one of the coolest lecturers at UWI, Mona.
True.
Somebody who I love and appreciate and respect, Isis Semaj-Hall, and she's going to tell us about the top books that we should be reading for this summer of 2020. Hello, Isis.
Hi, Isis. What's
Hey
up?
guys.
All right, so
How is everybody doing?
we're good.
We're great,
Very good.
thank you.
Very
Yes.
good. So before we get started, tell us what it is that you lecture at UE.
So I am the Department of Literature and English specialist in Caribbean literature and popular culture. So if you have any interest in prose fiction or music and thinking about lyrics as spaces to analyze for their metaphor and interesting content, then you should come and join me in my classes. I do some digital work as well, thinking about creative nonfiction, just lots of good stuff. The whole department has lots of good stuff coming for you. We have a new program in publishing for those of you who are interested. The creative writing program is just up, up, up. So yeah, good times.
Okay, thank you. And I hear your classes are very exciting, so I appreciate the invitation. Thank you very much.
Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes.
So you're going to hit us up with the books that we must get and read for the summer of 2020. And as we go through the books, please tell us why. So let's start with the first one that you have.
Okay, so the first one is actually not a book. So this is for those of you who are on a budget and you only have access to data. I would recommend that you go to prelit.com and check it out, where you can find free access to all of the latest fiction, nonfiction, and poetry coming out of the Caribbean. I'm also an editor for that. Yes, so head it up.
Pre-lit?
Yes. Pre the thing, man. We said
Pre,
pre-lit.
yes,
Pre-lit. Yes,
Okay.
yes. Exactly. So check that out. But then my beach read would be this one. This is Jamaica Kincaid's A Small Place.
Ooh.
Now, it's thin. That's why I'm saying beach read. Thin does not mean light on content, though. So Jamaica Kincaid publishes this text, I believe the year is 1988. And it is critical for anyone to read in the Caribbean and anyone to read that's interested in visiting the Caribbean, because it looks at our experience, it looks at infrastructure, it looks at all of the kinds of holes that we have in our colonial history, in our politics, that wind up making itself known as we move into spaces of the beach and move away from those spaces into the urban. So it's all really examined in a curious way that really points to you as the reader, as someone that has some responsibility in this.
Wow,
so
awesome.
That's my second read. Yeah, so the next one is going to be Bernadine Evaristo's Girl, Woman, Other. And I just recently picked this book up from Rebel Women Lit. So that's another fantastic option for those of you who like to read in Jamaica and throughout the region, to contact them, and you'll be able to get books delivered to your home if you're in Jamaica and then mailed to you otherwise. But I chose this book because it's by an Anglo-Nigerian author. So she lives in England, and I thought this would be a great text because Afro everything is very hot, right? So we're listening to our Afro beats, we're listening to our Afro music, but we're not kind of taking into consideration that the diaspora is wide, it is broad, and it also includes literature, not just the music. So get some different perspectives, think about all of the different people that are represented through text, and pick this one up, all right?
All right.
That's girl, woman, other?
Yes.
Yes, girl, woman, other, yes. Everybody's included, why not? So the next text I have for you is a culture read, all right? So in this fast-paced world where we are just zooming ahead, and here I am telling you to go read online at prelit.com, I want you to take a moment and think about short stories, because that's what a big part of our culture is. So this is Caribbean short fiction, and it's called The Haunted Tropics. I also chose this because you should be able to find it throughout the Caribbean, definitely here, because it's published by UE Press. So
Yay!
Big up to UE Press, and and big up to all the authors in here who are telling these fascinating stories, these rich ghost stories, and stories about our colonial history, right? It's always haunting us, whether we are going to be aware of it or not. So this one, definitely a good look.
Yeah,
Keep
I like
cruising along.
You like those?
Yeah, Duppy story.
So now we go to, of course, read Duppy story then.
Love Duppy
So now
story.
we have history. We've got some history here, and we have been dealing with Black Lives Matter, or making it known that Black lives do matter. And W.E.B. Du Bois has been telling people this forever now, right? So in the early 20th century, so in 1903 is when he says that the problem of the 20th century, right now 120 years ago, the problem of the 20th century is the problem of the color line, and we're still there. So you need to know your history, you need to understand the facts, and read all of this. I like to. All right, we are now at the very end, which is actually, I know, this is me showing off though, because this is Diana Macaulay's hot new book.
What?
And that's not, it's not hot in that way though. It's hot because it's about climate change. Oh my God. So climate change is coming, it's real, and this book will be out in September. So Diana Macaulay is hitting us with a cli-fi, yeah, you heard me, cli-fi, climate change fiction text. Here it is. And this one is looking at a fictional island here in the Caribbean. And if you want to think about it as Jamaica, go ahead. But it's reconfiguring this idea of the Maroons and how people have to move into the hinterlands to save themselves because the temperature is up. The temperature is up, the animals are wild, and everything is becoming more and more dangerous. It is too hot for people to work in the day. They have to do everything by night. We're almost there, guys. So this is set in 2084, I believe. So get ready. September, you'll have this right in time for hurricane season.
Need it. Do you have a bonus book by any chance? You know, so okay, all right, just checking, just making sure.
Yeah. I've always got a bonus book. How about this one?
These books are available in Jamaica?
Yes, they are. And if not, you can have them delivered to you via any of the different means. But as I said, pre-lit is available to anyone that can access the internet. So what we're trying to do more and more of as Caribbean writers is to make the information available the same way that you can access and stream your music at wholesale. We want to think about how it is that we can get texts into people's hands, because everyone does read, right? It's just a matter of what are they reading. We're reading, should read for sure, but they are reading. And we want to big ourselves up for reading, even if we're reading small chunks at a time. But pick up a thin text if you're not prepared to take on one of the larger 700-page volumes. You can start anywhere, but just start somewhere and grow your mind.
Thank you, Isis. And before you go, social media handle so we can keep track of you.
Of course. See me on Instagram at rhythm.writer, and you can see me on Twitter at Isis Semaj-Hall.
Okay.
Awesome.
Thank you.
I think this is the week to kick off our detailed book club.
I think so too.
What do you think?
Yes, I'm in total agreement. Yeah, Isis, you can guide us, and then we should do a summary and submit to Isis.
I'm here to help.
For grading.
Sure.
B pluses. I'm thinking B plus. B plus.
A, Isis.
A. There we go. Put the effort in.
Oh, you can put on the plus too on the A.
Okay.
Thank you, Isis.
Okay,
Thanks a lot, Isis. All right, so Daytime Live will be right back, and we have a video from Chronic, so you don't want to miss that. Stay tuned. Big things in
Like me some Chronic.